you just got a foreclosure notice or you're several months behind on your mortgage and you know it's coming, I need you to stop what you're doing and watch this right now. The next 30 days will determine whether you walk away from this situation with your credit somewhat intact and possibly some money in your pocket, or whether you lose everything and trash your credit for 7 years. Most homeowners in your situation make 3 critical mistakes in the first 72 hours that destroy their options. I'm going to show you the 3 things you must do before you even talk to your bank. Things that give you leverage and options your lender will never tell you about. So this is time sensitive, so let's go. Hey folks, I'm John with Bye Bye Home, and I've worked with many homeowners facing foreclosure. I want to be straight with you. Foreclosure is serious and ignoring it won't make it go away. But you have more options than you think, even if you're months behind. The banks, the late night we buy houses signs, the investors sending you letters, they're all counting on you panicking and making desperate decisions without information. I'm going to give you that information right now. So in the next 6 minutes, you'll learn the 3 steps to take immediately, understand your real timeline, and to know exactly how to evaluate your options. This isn't theory. This is the exact process we walk homeowners through all the time. So let's get into it. First, before you do anything else, you need to understand your actual timeline, because foreclosure doesn't happen overnight. Might feel like it, but it doesn't. Where you are in the process determines what options you have. 30 to 90 days behind, you're in default but not foreclosure yet. You have the most options here. Your lender will send demand letters and might call, but the house isn't being taken away yet. 90 to 120 days behind, this is when most lenders file a notice of default or lis pendens, the official start of foreclosure. In judicial foreclosure states, this goes through courts and takes about 6 to 12 months. In non-judicial states like North Carolina, California, Texas, and Georgia, it can happen in as little as 120 days total. Well, after notice of default, you have typically about 120 days before the auction in non-judicial states, longer in judicial states. This is your pre-foreclosure period. You still own the house and can sell it. Auction date. Once your house goes to auction, it's over. You lose all equity. Your credit is destroyed, and you might even owe a deficiency if the bank doesn't recoup their full loan amount. So your first job is to find out exactly where you are in this timeline. Check your county recorder's office online or call them. Search your property address. If a notice of default or lis pendens has been filed, you'll see it with a date. That date is your countdown clock. All right, here's what almost nobody tells you. Whether you have equity in your home completely determines your strategy. And I mean, you need to know this before you call the bank, before you talk to any investor, before you make any decisions. Here's how to calculate it right now. You can go to Zillow, Realtor.com, or Redfin and look up your home. Get the estimated value. It's not perfect, but it's a starting point. Now, write down what you owe on your mortgage. Include all mortgages if you have more than one, like a second or a third. Add about 10% for selling costs, realtor commissions, closing costs, etc. Subtract what you owe plus selling costs from the estimated value. That's your potential equity. If you have about $20,000 plus in equity, you have significant options. You can sell traditionally or to a cash buyer and walk away with money. This changes everything. Now, if you have $0 to about $20,000 in equity, you're in the gray zone. You might not net a little from the sale, or it might not be worth the time to list traditionally. A cash buyer who can close fast might be your best bet. Now, if you're underwater, which means you owe more than it's worth, you need to pursue a short sale, a deed in lieu, or a loan modification. Selling isn't possible unless the bank agrees to accept less than they're owed. Why does this matter? Because if you have equity and you let your house go to auction, the bank or an investor gets that money, not you. I've seen families lose so much money by this, by not understanding they could have sold. If you're underwater, you need to know that too, because your strategy is completely different. Don't skip this step. All right, step 2, before you contact your lender or anyone else, document your situation and understand your legal rights. Document these things. Every piece of mail you've received from the lender, save it all. Every phone call, write down date, time, who you spoke with, what was said, all right, your financial situation, income, expenses, why you fell behind, any hardship circumstances, job loss, medical bills, divorce, etc. Why? Because if you pursue a loan modification or a short sale, you'll need this. And if anyone violates your rights, you have evidence. Know these rights. You have the right to sell your home at any point before the auction. The lender cannot stop you from selling during pre-foreclosure as long as the sale pays off their loan. All right, you also have the right to reinstate your loan in most states by paying all the missed payments plus the fees, even after foreclosure starts. Now you have the right to accurate accounting. The lender must provide a detailed breakdown of what you owe. You're protected from certain predatory practices. Investors can't defraud you, and there are laws against foreclosure rescue scams. Most important, in many states, you have a right of redemption, even after the foreclosure auction. You might have 6 to 12 months to reclaim your property by paying the full amount. Most people don't use this, but knowing about it changes negotiations. Understanding these rights means you negotiate from knowledge, not desperation. Step 3, and this is where people mess up. You need to pursue multiple options at the same time, not sequentially. Don't call your bank, wait 3 weeks for a response, then try something else. You don't have that kind of time. Here's your parallel action plan. All right, action A, contact your lender about loss mitigation. Ask specifically about loan modification, forbearance, or repayment plans. Have your hardship documented, but don't wait for them. They're slow and they often deny first requests. Action B, contact a HUD-approved housing counselor. This is a free service. You can go to HUD.gov and find one in your area. They can negotiate with lenders on your behalf and know programs you don't. This is free, so use it. Action C, get your house ready to sell, even if you hope the bank works with you. Prepare to sell, clean it up, get a realistic price opinion from 2 or 3 sources. If you have equity, contact a realtor to see if you have time for a traditional sale. Simultaneously, contact a reputable cash buyer like us to get a backup offer. Cash buyers can close in about 7 to 14 days, which might be all the time you have. Action D, consult a real estate attorney. Many offer free consultations. They can review your foreclosure documents and tell you if the lender followed proper procedures. Sometimes foreclosures have legal defects that buy you time or leverage. Now, run all 4 of these actions at the same time. Whichever path provides the best outcome, you take it. But if you wait for each one sequentially, you're going to run out of time and end up at auction with nothing. So, the bottom line, you're in a sprint, not a marathon. The homeowners who come out of foreclosure in the best position are the ones who take massive action immediately and explore every option at once. Look, if you're facing foreclosure, I know this is one of the most stressful things you'll ever go through. But you don't have to go through it alone, and you have more control than you think. If you're in Rowan County and you need to sell quickly to stop foreclosure, we can help. Buy by Home specializes in pre-foreclosure situations. We can give you a fair cash offer within 24 hours and close in as little as 7 days. We'll pay off your mortgage and cover the closing costs. No fees, no commissions, no judgment. Visit buybyhome.com or call or text us at 704-433-8644 for a confidential consultation. Let's figure out your best path forward together, and please subscribe to this channel. We post videos regularly helping homeowners navigate these exact situations. You're not alone in this. So thanks for watching, and remember, take action. Every day counts. I'll see you on the next one, and God bless.